Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Sin Plays Monkey Minds. And first off, I'd like to welcome all my new all the subscribers, all my subscribers, and also the new ones as well. Um, and yeah, I'm back from China, so that's really cool. My girlfriend and I had a wonderful time there. We got back nice and safe. Didn't get sick. We didn't get any tummy things. My girlfriend got a little bit sick, just a cold, which is fine. Um, sort of get run down from a bit of stress and exams and stuff like that. So, but all good, all safe, and had a good trip. I'll talk to you a little bit about it a little bit later. What I want to do is I'm going to check the shop and I'm going to check a little gift that was left in not in my mailbox, but I've been told it's left in another mailbox on the server. So, anything? No, 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 no. Well, I don't know if they've been taken, but hopefully. So let's have a quick look in the payment chest. Nah, nothing just yet. Maybe not enough people have been on or something like that. Oh, I'm stuck down in my hole. There we go. Um, there we go. Pretty cool. I might put up some things to buy that might start people coming into town and using the wonderful area that it is. So unfortunately nothing was bought, but that's alright. We can have a look. Oh, that jump is really different because I'm not used to it. Super Soldier. No, I'm going to Barrel's place because he has delivered a wonderful thing. I think this is it. Yes, it is. Oh, dark oak sapling, yeah. So Barrel is, I think he's currently looking around on the server looking for a mesa biome, like we all are. But he's definitely working very hard at it, and it's sort of a an obsession, I suppose, now as opposed to anything else that he wants to find. He needs to find it, which is good, which is very, very good. Oops, and I just remembered I have nothing down here. I got to go upstairs to get all my stuff. But unfortunately, we are on large biomes, and it's been very, very hard to sort of find the stuff that we wanted straight away. I'll leave one of those there and take just a few more with me. That's probably too many, but yes. So he's out looking very hard. So I'll probably go jump in bed when it turns to night time as well. Hopefully it's not going to destroy anything because I know dark oak saplings are pretty good. There we go. I was waiting for those pixels to, not the pixels, oh yeah, the pixels, yeah, the particles, there's the word I was looking for. That is weird. Let me just try a little bit more. If not, I know other people have had trouble getting these to grow sometimes. And I'm definitely having trouble to grow. Do I need a 4x4? I don't need a 4x4, do I? No. You don't have to use a 4x4, do you? Whoops, I ran in here. I didn't need to run in here. I was going to go upstairs and grab some dirt and maybe put it up one higher and see if that works. That's very different. Either way, while I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you about a little bit about my trip to China and what we did and what we saw, and everything that we really did. And that was we had yeah, like I said, we had a wonderful time while we were away. Actually, I only need one block. Let's see here. So our first stop was into Shanghai, and while we were in Shanghai, we spent a few days going around. We went to a town called Wushen. It's on the outer provinces, or it's about what was it, about 2 hours, I think, maybe an hour and a half outside of Shanghai, and it was a wonderful city. They had a sort of a city that's been continuously populated for the last 1,000 years. It's such a long time, and we got to see. It's a little water city, so it's on a canal, and yeah, wow, this really isn't working. Oh, well, I might leave that for a second. Just have a walk around the server and see what's happening, see what other people are doing on the server while I do that. I'll eat some food so I don't die. It's a little water town, and they still brew their traditional Chinese firewater, which is a fermented rice and I think sugar and a few other things, which is pretty cool. And I had a taste of that, and it was very strong. And we had a look at the a silk museum, which is really cool. Oh, it looks like a creeper explosion right there. And then we actually got to go into the Jinmao Tower, which is a tower in Shanghai. It's only 800 and was 800 no 800 88 floors high, which is the same as a this is his mob tower, this mob spawner. Whoops. It's only about the same height as the Empire State Building. There we go. So it's not too tall, but it has a very weird, no, a very cool lift in it. That is it's a lift that does 85 floors in 45 seconds. So it's about 340 meters. Unfortunately, I can't give that to you in feet, but it's the 85th floor, and it does that in 45 seconds, and it does it so smoothly that you can balance a tree on balance a tree. Pff, you can balance a coin on the bottom on its end, and when it gets from the bottom to the top, it will not fall down, which is pretty cool. We didn't test it out because there was a fair few people on our tour group, but in saying that, we did have a wonderful time. And the other thing we did in Shanghai was we went on a maglev train. So for those of you that's not familiar with it, it's a magnetic levitation train, and it hovers about 10 centimeters off the ground. And whoa, not cool, guys. Not cool. I don't like creepers in my village. And yeah, that was really cool. And the top speed of the magnetic maglev train there is 431 kilometers, at least in this commercial aspect it was, and only after 3 o'clock. So we had to wait until after 3 before we could go and have a bit of fun. Okay, that's a bit dangerous, guys. That's a bit dangerous. But yeah, it was really cool. We got to go 331 kilometers per hour. I might chuck that in the video if I can. I got a little video of it, so I might see if I can put that in, but I may or may not. Well, anyway, we'll see how we go. That was really, really cool. And yeah, it's the first time I've ever been on one. I've read about it, seen a lot of stuff about it, but it's the only commercial one in the world, I believe, at the moment, and it's put on by the Shanghai government. It cost them, I believe, $1 billion to make 31 meters of track. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Why am I going this way? I meant to go check out another base. I sort of lost track after I saw that creeper. So yeah, Shanghai was really cool. We got a plane from Shanghai to Xi'an, and Xi'an is sort of west of Shanghai at about the same height, the same latitude. I want to say latitude, but I think it's longitude. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. So if you're not familiar with China, Xi'an is where they found the terracotta warriors. And it was also the capital of China for, I think it was the Min dynasties and sort of the earlier dynasties as well. And I think it's, our guide had told us that. Oh, that's weird. That's very weird. If you want to see a city that's 1,000 years old, go to Xi'an. If you want to see a town that's 700 years old, go to Beijing. And if you want to see a town that is what is like 100 or 200 years old, go to Shanghai, because Shanghai was a little fishing village that in the last 20 years, I think they said they put up 4,000 skyscrapers. So, 4,000 high-rise buildings. Sorry, not skyscrapers. So that's pretty cool. And the one thing that Xi'an had that was really cool was it had a city wall. So over the years, the dynasties had added more and more to this city wall. But the city wall was 14 kilometers in perimeter, and it was also about 10 meters thick and about 15, maybe 20 meters high, and it was very, very impressive. I think this is Jimmy 33-ish, so his house is not mob proof. Very dangerous. I don't know if I want to make it or not, make it safe or not, but something to watch out in town because it is very dangerous. That is very, very dangerous. It's weird being able to see all the mobs over there. But yeah, so that was really cool in Xi'an, and we had a wonderful time there. Everything felt so short because we were doing about 3 to 5 things a day, and it was a tour group of about 24 people, so really cool. And we had a lot of fun. Met a lot of people that probably wouldn't have probably met in normal facets of life, because you sort of have your own friends, and um, not that you don't ever go out of that. It's just that sometimes, you're sort of restricted by your current friends in the respect that you don't sort of look around and sort of find things. I'm going to go sleep, and maybe I might head back to home, and we can have a look at what's going on there and maybe some new things around there. Actually, we don't need to sleep though. We can just go straight. Um, so yeah, we had a wonderful time. Got bus, like sort of a coach bus around everywhere, and had pretty much not didn't have to think about anything, which was great. We just went and did and had a great time. And then we flew off from Xi'an to Beijing, and Beijing was good. And it's one of those, I don't know. It's in Australia we got really really good, I guess really good air. Although we're not very polluted because most of us live by the ocean. We don't have to worry about pollution because the wind blows it all away. Okay, cool. That's right. Perfect. I've got to turn that down. That's for sure. Was music and sounds. Is it environment? Players? Okay, cool. That's fine. I might put that just on a little bit so I can still hear it. So when we got to Beijing, it was pretty polluted. If I were to say that. Yeah, like a bit of like all China had pollution, I think, but there's 27 million people in in Shanghai with all the migrant foreign workers included, and I think it was about 4 to 5 million in Xi'an, and Beijing had about 23 million in one city. So China has a population of 1.3 billion people, so it's a fair chunk of people. But in saying that, we had a really good time in Xi'an. Oh, that's different. Tea. You guys just saw that, right? T. T for trespassing? Possibly. I definitely didn't put that in. Um, we'll have to find out the meaning of that hopefully in the next episode. But when we were in Beijing, we had a wonderful time. We went to Tiananmen Square and the Forbidden City, which is also called the Imperial Palace. So when the emperors had moved to Beijing and used that as their home city, that was used. That was their imperial palace. So only the upper class and everything like that could enter it, and only as recent as 1950 something. Oh, I've already forgotten it. That the public was actually allowed in it, because if you weren't a what do you call it? If you weren't a sort of a high class ranking official, or family of the emperor, then you couldn't really enjoy using that temple, the imperial palace, because it was only for the wealthy, not the wealthy, the elite. And even inside, I was reading one of the inscriptions, and it said that family members and family members' guards had to halt 20 paces from one of the gates. I think it was the western gate that I was looking at, because I think they were so afraid of assassinations and that sort of stuff, ploys to overtake the throne. That yeah, it was very strict, and that's sort of very interesting to see a glimpse into the life of in those times, because I guess growing up in a sort of an Anglo-Saxon Caucasian world, you're sort of subjected to only sort of European history. I learned a bit of Australian history while I lived in the US. I definitely learned a little bit of American history, as well as sort of a little bit about the rest of the world, but not as much as I did in Australia. But yeah, so it's very good, because that's a very foreign concept to me. Not foreign concept, very foreign history to me, because I sort of never really been told about it or sort of been, it's been explained to me. That's probably the best way of saying it. No, never been to explain to me. Um, so yeah, that was really cool. Had a nice time, and it's always going to be going under renovations. I think that the Forbidden City, because it was Forbidden City. Whoop, bumped my mouse the wrong way. Because I believe it's now listed as a UNESCO. So I think that's the UN something society or something like that that donate money to World Heritage sites to keep them at their best. So I think for the 2008 Olympics, the government had paid for lots of sort of renovations and sort of just upkeep, sorry, of it, so new painting and that sort of stuff. One, to protect it, and also to provide a just a nice looking area for all the tourists that were coming. Pick up all my stuff here as well. And so the final thing that for my trip, or for our trip, was that we went to the Great Wall. And sort of, if everyone thinks of China and the Great Wall, and you don't you hear about it and you say, and a common misconception is that it can be seen from space, which it actually can't. When the first soldiers, not first soldiers, the first astronauts, or I don't know if they're the first astronauts, but when the first US astronauts went up to space, they mistook the Yangtze River, which is in the south near Shanghai, for the Great Wall, and that's how that sort of story got going. But a trivia aside, um, it was really cool. We had about half a day there to explore and enjoy the sceneries and sights. And my girlfriend and I, we climbed. We got off the bus. We looked up the hill. To our left was a very, very gentle sloping um, hill with towers on it, and it worked out pretty good. It would have been a pretty easy run, easy walk or climb or whatever you want to say. But we actually, our guide said it's best to go up the other side, which was looking like a near, not vertical, but felt like a near vertical climb. Um, and we had, I don't know, we went. Sorry, okay. There we go, much better. Sorry, I was a bit yawny. Um, our guide said, yeah, go up, and it felt like a near vertical increase on that side because we spent, I don't know, we spent about 2 hours climbing up, and when we got to the point that we sort of marked in our head as where we wanted to get to, there was another 2 towers keep going up, and unfortunately we didn't have the time to keep going, but we got up there and it was amazing. Sort of, you leave behind the pollution of the city and you can just see the whole world around you, and you just see, you look out in the distance and you see the Great Wall tucking in and out of the mountains and everything like that, and it's just awe-inspiring that that people that didn't have the sort of technology that we have at the moment, that's just a glitch. I don't know why it does that, but sometimes it takes my emeralds and throws them away. But they are there. It's just they disappear for a second and you freak out. And unfortunately, it doesn't work. But yeah, it's just amazing to think that what people can do um, with just perseverance and that and everything like that. And yeah, it is truly amazing how big it is. I think they said it's 6,000 kilometers long, and in the widest parts it's about I think it said it was like 5 meters or 5 feet or something like that wide. And the narrowest parts it gets pretty narrow. But yeah, it's really, really cool. It was a really, really cool opportunity for us to do. We had a wonderful time while we were there, and I think we will be going back at one stage in our lives. We're not sure when, but we have a few things more that we'd like to do while we're there. And yeah, we're happy to be home, but I think we've had our fill of Chinese food at least for the next month or so, because we had Chinese for lunch and dinner, and they weren't the same, but it got to the point where it felt like it was the same. Right. And yeah, we found that it was just like, oh, we actually in the Beijing airport as we were heading home, we went to Pizza Hut and ordered a pizza, and it was probably not the best pizza I've ever had, but just gave you a taste of home. That sort of a taste of that familiar that like we eat Chinese food a bit here, and we sort of head towards sort of more authentic places than the sort of westernized food. But I don't know. It's just I guess we're not used to eating it every day. We normally have it as as a delicacy on birthdays or other occasions. So yeah, but I think that's going to be it for this episode. I'm just going to quickly try this villager here. He's my next in line for to be a perfect villager, a perfect paper villager. He's taken a lot of my emeralds so far. As you can see, he used to be 12 emeralds for a flame book or some fire protection. What is this one here? What is this? This is fire protection or whatever it was for whatever. And yeah, now it's gone down to 8, which is great. I'm happy about that. It's just it hasn't gone past yet. It is the 7th trade if you couldn't get that in that quicker speed. And I think it's gonna take me. Oh, so I think that's the 8th trade. Wow, I got it. Excellent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8th trade, the 9th trade will be gold. But now we have 2 villages like that, which will be our villages. Have I got a spot up here? No, I don't. Okay, well that's good. Really happy about that. And to end on a high note, I got a new almost perfect paper villager, so that's really, really good. I've been looking for one of them since one of my other ones crapped out. Now I have a second one there, so I can trade my emeralds for and work on. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to work on. I was going to end the episode and then I got all excited now that I got that guy. I think it's either this one. No, it's not that one. It's this one here. So he gives me a pickaxe. He gives me what does he give me? He gives me boots. What else does he give me? And that's it so far. So what I'm going to be working on is getting this one, getting all the trades that I possibly can, which will include all the diamond utensils, all the diamond things like the pick, the sword, the shovel, everything like that. So now I have I have a way to get get emeralds, and I have a way to spend my emeralds on diamond gear, that's the one thing that I've always felt not like it's a waste, but it's diamonds are a precious commodity. So what I may even do is I may even sell some of the things that I'm getting. So pickaxes, I'll sell them for 2 diamonds instead of 3. So therefore people get them at a discount for them, and they also get them at a at a and I get the actual diamonds because I can't actually get the diamonds from the trade. I don't think there's any way to trade for diamonds at the moment. They may or may not introduce that later on. By saying they, I mean Mojang. And I guess the final thing I wanted to talk about right at the end here is I know I talked about in my last episode that I wanted to make a sort of a fun event for everyone on the server to enjoy, and also your viewers to enjoy as well. And I think I'm going to do that with over the next coming weeks. But I've changed the way I'm going to do it a little bit. It's not going to be as open as I thought. Open as in I'm not going to tell everyone so much. I want it to be sort of a mystery sort of thing. So my plan here is to sort of do some things, give the hints or clues that something's now changed or there's new things in the world to go and find and explore. And then once the first or second person has gone through and done it, then I'll release a video on it. So I'll probably be making 4 or 5 videos ahead of time, and I'll be waiting until someone on the server goes and has a look at it or goes and completes something that will be the same thing. So someone who to complete it, so that way we can I can sort of I can sort of use more things at the same time. And I'll probably make, if I make a video, I'll show certain things like mechanisms or how to use a mechanism, not the mechanism itself. And I'll save, how I designed something, how I built something for the actual video that after they've done it. So not to give away too many hints or too many secrets, but to show things that I'm doing and how to do them. If you would like to make something similar like this in your world, or you just thought it was a really good idea and you wanted to see how it's done. But yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it for the episode today. I actually wanted to show you something. I put on my other skin. I finally found it again. It took me a very long time to find, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm really happy I did find it. I still have that noble one, and I can change my skin here, there, and everywhere, but I'm happy to have my Sin Survival skin back. This isn't the skin that I developed, it was developed by somebody else, but I really do love it for my character. So yeah, guys, as always, if you want to see more videos, you're welcome to subscribe, and a thumbs up always helps. And yeah, if you'd like to tell me if I've done anything wrong or right, if you didn't like this video, if you want to tell me anything I could improve, chuck it in the comments below. But yeah, guys, as always, have a good day. Sin out.